I'm creating this video because I just want to show everyone how much Noah made an impact on anyone. Whether if you're talking in the video or you sent pictures, like, I could not do this video without y'all. So thank y'all. Like, it means a lot, and we love you, Noah, so much.
Here's a wreck. Y'all, it's me, Noah, and I'm here at the house with my cousin Courtney and my friend Racer. It's me, Noah, and I know the lighting's pretty bad right now, but I'm gonna start this new thing with it being deer season. That's going on right now. That's been going on for quite a while now. And I've been hunting. I've already killed me a pretty good deer. Y'all, it's me, Noah. Today I'm here hanging out. What's up, y'all? It's me, Noah, and right now I just got out of the shower. That's why it looks so weird. And yes, we are in a new-looking spot, not at the kitchen table.
It's me, Noah, and I would not be wearing earphones if I were you, because I'm about to be louder than a stupid jackrabbit with a bass. Yeah!
Never mind. I just had to help him get into bed like an old woman. God, she's so needy.
There's an empty room full of memories, and everywhere I look, that's where you used to be. It's like a photograph, a moment frozen in time. I'm staring at your face.
I know my video is short. Noah is different outside of sports. If I could tell you every single thing me and him had done, it would take us hours. And probably get in trouble. He was a really good person.
Playing basketball with him was sometimes a love-hate relationship, because he was always wanting to be better. He always wanted to get better, and so many people didn't understand why, and you don't really understand why. You always live in the moment of just wanting to be there and stuff. But
Nick Sanderson, teammate of Noah for baseball and football.
What was one of your favorite memories about Noah?
Well, during football, probably one of my favorite memories with him was when we was playing Fayetteville. They were beating us 56-0. There was 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Me and him both got pulled to the sideline because we was letting the youngest guy play. And he looked at me and said, "Well, did we do something wrong?" I said, "No, just look at the scoreboard." And he's like, "What about it?" I was like, 56-0.
He's Wayne McCarroll.
Who are you to Noah?
We was big homies. We was brothers.
I just always cared about people. Like, I moved over to Collinwood into my sophomore year, but I've known Noah for a very long time before that, but we weren't as close because I was from Waynesboro. And so when I moved to Collinwood, I don't know, like, me and him just really clicked, and he became one of my closest friends when I moved to Collinwood. And
He treated everybody with respect. He showed respect. And if he wanted something, he definitely was going to get it. Even if...
Well, I think I know why Coach Bull's sad, because we're getting beaten. I was like, well, yeah. He's like,
if it was basketball, I'd be.
My favorite memory of Noah during Dixie Youth would be for state. We shaved everybody on the team shaved their heads and mohawks, and I don't know why. That's just one of my favorite memories of the whole thing. We all got mohawks. Even our coach got a mohawk. Just something that was pretty cool that we did.
It took him 6 hours to get it. Noah has the determination of a Roman champion, the soul embodiment of a hero in my eyes. I love you, Noah. I'm gonna miss you. Fly high, brother. I'm just gonna be honest. Playing football with Noah was different. I wasn't really around Noah during practice. We were really on opposite sides of the field. But having the ability to help him push myself further to help him get up the field and watch him just break somebody's ankles or just take a hit harder than anybody I've seen, it really does impress me how hard and how much he loved the sport. Even with baseball, playing with him, me and him swapped positions. Didn't have a problem with it. I trusted him. He was going to play that position just as well as I did. Probably even better. Noah is a different kind of athlete. He can play any sport. I played basketball, but being at the student section every game, watching him almost dunk on people and just dominate the court was a feeling that even I wish I could have felt. And knowing that Noah loved his teammates, he respected them, he didn't mistreat anybody. He may have been a senior, but he did it out of tough love, and I know that he didn't regret a single thing he did.
Oh, I'd be dunking all over their faces. That's one thing I missed about Noah. It's one thing I liked about him. And the way he impacted me in that sport was just seeing him every day, seeing his smile on his face at practice. He would be playing corner, I'd be playing receiver. He would always look at me and he'd be like, "You're not getting by me." And he would just jump at me.
And my favorite things about him, first of all, is how good he treated people. Like, he didn't judge anyone. And another thing is how he cared for animals.
Memory with Noah I would like to say is when we would go over for Thanksgiving, we would always have Nerf gun fights. And Noah would always go to his Nerf gun. He would have a toy box full of Nerf guns. And Noah would always hand me the one that would shoot one bullet at a time.
After every play, he would slap me on the head, and he would just blow me a kiss. He'd be like, "You know I like messing with you." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
He would care for anyone that needed any animal or any person that needed it. And another thing is obviously his love for nature, but everyone.
What I can say about Noah is he was always there for people. He knew how nervous I was, and I came over there, and I don't know, he just always joked around with me, and he always called me his little sister, and I always called him my little brother and everything, because he thought we looked alike because we had the same color hair and everything. But Noah was just a lot around people. Noah had the brightest personality ever, and he made everyone's day. I don't know, so I had a bunch of classes with him my senior year, and he was always the loudest one in class. And so when he wasn't there, you knew he wasn't there. because it was quiet.
And just, he made an impact on me and everything he done. I mean, just seeing him smile.
Everyone knows that he always wanted to be outside and doing stuff, but just to be with him and to just grasp like God's creation, like just how beautiful being outside is, or just, and he found the most pretty places you ever seen. Another thing,
Just lit up my world, and him being a teammate was just, he put a big impact on me. And for baseball, man, I mean, this one right here is the funniest one probably. I mean, we were getting ready for the district tournament here. We were hosting. Him, Griffin, and Eli, 3 goofballs. They were like, this freezer, like, how old is it? And I said, it's probably about 10 years old. He said, 10 years old. And he said, how do you think the glass is? I said, I'm like, it's probably like breakable. And he was like, you think it's ball breaking? I said, I don't know, probably. He was like, should I try it? And I said, no, we get in trouble and have to run. He was like, I'm gonna try it. So Noah gets a ball, just barely throws it, shatters everywhere. He looks at me and he's like, what do we do now?
is how big of an impact that he left on everyone, and I don't even think that he realized that.
I don't know. And Noah's like, well, I know what we do, we run. So we all took off. Here comes Coach Caleb in there. What happened to the freezer? Griffin, Eli, Noah, they were like, well, you see, it broke. And then Noah looks at Coach Caleb, he's like, I didn't do it. Coach Caleb looks at Griffin, Eli, and they were like, who did it? Not pointing fingers.
Who are you to Noah?
We was big homies, we was brothers.
What was one of your favorite memories about Noah?
One of my favorite memories about Noah would have to be, I was in middle school. Right?
What happened to the freezer? Griffin, Eli, Noah, they were like, well, you see, it broke. And then Noah looks at Coach Caleb, he's like, I didn't do it. Coach Caleb looks at Griffin, Eli, and they were like, who did it? Not pointing fingers, and they pointed at Noah. But then I'm over here, and they point at Noah. But then I'm over here just standing there back there laughing. And then he's like, was you involved in it? I was like, no, I just told him if they throw it, they'd probably break it. And Noah, being a goofball, just threw it and stuff. And then the way he impacted me in baseball was just, he was a great teammate, a great friend to all of us, and he would truly be missed.
And you would look at Noah, and he would have the one that shot about 25 bullets a time. And you're always like, how is this fair? You know, I have to reload mine every single time, and yours just shoots 25 at a time, you know.
My first got here was my first summer. And me, him, and Branson Holt used to stay at each other's houses every day. And I was always too scared to do a backflip. So I never really tried to do one. And he finally taught me up to it. And me and him sat out there for probably 30 minutes, and he was just spotting me, trying to get me to do a backflip. And finally I did it. And that changed the game of flip for forever. It's forever changed.
But Noah was also extremely smart too. Like, extremely smart. And just...
One time, we was out, you know, having fun, driving around and such. We was doing donuts in this little area. It was a good area. We were good. We were allowed. We were doing donuts in it, and I'll never forget. We spun around. Noah was like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Well, we spun around, and there was a deer coming. We spun around right up to that deer and just knocked him over. So we had to get out and tend to him, and Noah was all good with the animals. You know, he loved the animals. So we got out there, and he knew exactly what to do, and we took care of it. And all this, and we got it back to health.
Very caring, and usually you don't get that with most guys because they always try to act cool and everything. But Noah, he just cared for everyone. And he showed love towards everyone and everything. And
but you know, those were always fun. It always ended up with somebody getting hurt, of course, tripping over something on the ground or hitting a wall, or you know, it always ends in something happening. Also I would say another good memory was and always in class we would always if we
Big knife collection in his pop's room. Oh, Steve, big knife collection. So we'd go in there every time we'd come over, me, him, and Branston. A lot of the times we'd go in there and we'd all pick probably, we were allowed 2 knives each. We got 2. We'd go out there, they got some land down the hill at their house. We'd go out there for hours and we'd fish and we'd start fires and we'd cook the fish and we'd build shelters and camp out there. He taught me all kinds of stuff like that. I didn't know none of that before I got here. And Noah, he knew everything about being in the woods.
He was a lot of 23 of the whole class and everything. And you never knew like what him and his friend group was up to or anything, but that's what made school so fun and everything.
This camp, we'd stay like caveman. Boilers and dirt bikes. I remember when I first started going to his house, his mama, she was very skeptical about letting me drive any of them, you know, just because, you know, if you get hurt and what is your parents going to do and all this and that. Well,
my favorite memories about Noah is honestly just probably like basketball season and everything. Is because when basketball season started, we were with each other every single day, the guys and girls. And just some of the trips that we got to go on with basketball and everything. And just, I don't know, that's just when you create a bond with the guys and girls and everything. And probably also football season too, because that's when my parents bought me a camera and Noah was so excited for me to do pictures, and he would always make sure I got good pictures of him and everything. But just probably capturing moments like that I can look back on, and of him, of when I took a picture of him, or that football video or something like that. Like, that was probably one of my favorite things that I get to look back on, is that I captured memories that we'll get to look back on forever of Noah, especially with just like anything with football season or just anything, because I was the girl that always had the camera, and now I'm very thankful for it, that I get to look back at the memories that I got of Noah. So
we would always, if we YouTube videos, Noah's YouTube videos were always a hit in class, no matter which one we were watching, whether he was trying to dunk or he was on the roof. They were always something that we would watch when there was free time or we was doing nothing in class. I would say Noah really made an impact on everyone's life. Noah was just a big ball of energy that would walk into class and you would know that he was there. If Noah wasn't there, you could tell. You would be like, it's quiet in here, you know, and you would always know that Noah wasn't there when it was quiet.
"45 minutes from Atlanta." So yeah, guys. Once we get to Atlanta, we should be pretty close. And then from Atlanta, we have to go down to Villadosa down there, so we can, and that's where we'll stop today. So yeah, I'll get back to you whenever we get into Atlanta. Okay guys, so we're in the car, we're getting ready to go, and I'll get back to y'all whenever we stop and we are getting something to eat, or I see a really cool landmark or something. So I'll get back to y'all when there's something cool. Some more, and y'all are gonna get to see me ride a little bit. So yeah. Oh, and Caden. Don't forget about him. So yeah, guys. Mom's gonna video a bit. I know you really can't see me, but here we go, Mom. Okay, here we go, Mom.
Me and Noah, we played Dixie Youth Baseball since we were knee high to the grasshopper. He's always just so much better than everybody. It just was crazy on how much pride he took in sports, or especially that young too. He always had the coolest bat, always had the coolest glove. I'll never forget his helmet. I forget how they even do it. It looked like the spray paint on there. That was just always so cool to me. newest gloves for batting. He seemingly was like the only one who had batting gloves. Cleats, freshest cleats there were. But he always took pride in them. Always kept them clean.
He would always put a smile on everyone's face, no matter what he was doing. Even if he wasn't trying, he would always put a smile on everyone's face. Noah was always one of those cousins that would pick on you, but he would always have your back no matter what. He was my number one pick person. He would always pick on me, no matter what it was. You could always count on Noah to pick on you, but you could always count on Noah to have your back, whether it was just something in school or just something that you were having trouble with in life. You could always count on Noah being there for you.
And that was on you. So he taught me how to do wheelies, and we'd go out there and ride. We'd ride for hours. Now, I never had anything of my own, but Noah always had stuff to ride. So he had this little, I think it was a Honda CR80.
Noah was an easy person to get along with sometimes, but other times he was just Noah. That's really all you can ask for in a person, but Noah was a great classmate, a great cousin, a good friend, and anything that you could ask for in a person. He was very caring.
It kind of hit hard for me and Noah when we realized it was our last season, and he was dealing with I believe a meniscus injury, and ended up not being able to play that season. And it really like hurt him. Like, he genuinely cried, and it's the first time I've ever seen him cry, but he cried, and I didn't understand why, but I do now, because basketball, he can say that, we can say this for every sport or anything that Noah done. He lived for it, and he genuinely loved the sport. He was always the first one in the gym, last one out, always hitting up the group chat to run pickup. It was always end up after the few games of pickup we would play, it would always be him trying to dunk. What he lived for, trying to be able to dunk. He always wanted to dunk in a game. He'd always ask me to video. I did so many videos of him trying to dunk. One of my favorite moments of Noah.
And then he had a little 300, little Honda 300, 4 tracks. That thing, I don't even know how it's still alive. He thrashed that thing for years. It's still kicking to this day. And then he got a CR250. That thing, he had it forever. He took prom pictures on that bike. He really liked it. We rode it. That was the first big bike I really ever.
You made a big impact on anyone. Like, your light shined, whether, like, if you were in the room or not. And everyone knew if you was not in there or not. And so, no, you'll be missed, and
was always there for you, no matter what. It was always a great time going through school with Noah. I loved getting to grow up with Noah. And he was just a great person. And I'll truly miss him.
He showed me places over there at the Dixie Youth Ball Fields where you could jump the fence on it. That was probably not what we were supposed to be doing, but that was a fun time. We only did it every once, but I don't know how many times he did it.
You could just see him across a room or a parking lot or a field, and he just shined because everyone knew that he lived his life to the fullest.
I thrashed on that bowler for probably 2 or 3 hours. Never could get that son gun to break. So we quit doing that. We go fishing or something. We'd just hang out all the time. We'd go do a bunch of dumb stuff and be degenerates and whatnot.
He always called everyone up and was wanting to go out and do something.
Like, learn how to be myself and make friends. A lot of the friends I had, I made, him and Griffin were the first two real friends that I really made when I come out here. I met them in the locker room over there. And them two right there, they helped me. From then on, we've all just been pretty good buddies.
Every day of your life to the fullest, just how Noah did.
And love nature. I really never got into nature until I come out here and me and Noah started hanging out. Now I love nature.
YouTube channel. Me and him always had like a YouTube channel going on when we were younger. And so I would always watch his YouTube videos. I would think he was cool. Like, that was the thing back then, everyone making YouTube videos. And so I was just watching his YouTube videos the other day and I was just tearing up because I'm just like, he was goofy. Like, he didn't care. And I guess that's the impact that he made on me, that he didn't care what people thought about him. Like, he lived life.
He's just real happy to be around. You couldn't be around him and be upset. And if he was, you could only do it for a little bit because he'd change your mind, you get all happy, and y'all go out and have fun and talk and laugh and giggle and all that good stuff. He's just a real nice guy.
Was your soul rediscovered? Was your heart rearranged? Are you still taking pills in the morning? Did you lose that long enough for a walk in an ocean town? Cause this town's just an ocean now. You don't hate the summers, you're just afraid of the space. Asking strangers for answers to forget what they say. Pump beside the dark in the sunlight, nothing but the water and the sunrise now. Just a lack of an open mouth, cause this town's just an ocean now. Bad, I miss this place, your head and your heart. And my dad still tells me